knows that when I'm asleep, I'm basically dead for like 8 hours.
Sure.
And that's, not only terrifying, but wasteful. There's a lot of things I could be doing with my dead time. So yeah, I have to like trick it. I have to like sit on my legs for a while until my legs fall asleep, and the rest of my body is like, yeah, might as well just go for it.
What you do. You think about the world we live in today. It's 2011. At any moment, I could press a button and have any television program or book read to me by the author or movie or anything at my finger. How am I supposed to sleep through that? Like, think about all the amazing things I have at my disposal. How can I convince myself that sleeping would be better than that?
Oh, so we're going the opposite way. We're just telling him to, like, forget it.
Forget sleep.
Make do with that 5 hours and maybe do something with your life.
Have you guys ever tried to drink warm milk? It's foul.
It's fucking gross. You have to, like, first of all, you got to chortle down that skin that forms on the top. Like, you have to break the what's that thing called? The seal?
The muffet.
The
muffet. Yeah, you got to break the muffet.
What it's called?
The muffet. Yeah, you got to break the muffet.
Yeah, and that's not a pleasant taste at all.
And everybody knows that's where the sleeping is. You got to drink the skin, or else
You got to get the muffet down.
If you don't drink the
muffet,
if you don't drink the muffet, you'll be up for hours.
Can you buy piecemeal muffet?
Yeah, they're dehydrated muffet.
But really, the only place I've ever seen it though is at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, they do. It's like in the old timey paper wrapping, and you get
sure. You play some checkers. You eat some licorice sticks, and then you,
the great irony is, of course, that anybody would ever eat at Cracker Barrel and not want to sleep instantly. That's like you need it. But so eat your muffets, go to Cracker Barrel, and never read in bed. I think it's a pretty good takeaway. I've been happily married for 3 years, but I've been noticing something that I no longer think is a coincidence. I've been getting a lot more attention from ladies ever since I got married. I was never a real lady killer in the first place. That's good. But I did all right. Since I've been married, however, I've gotten flirted with much, much more than I ever did when I was single. What's up with that, Mike? So Mike's now killing ladies.
Yeah, that's really cool because as a chronically single male, that's like the one thing that I have. That's like the one leg up is that like I have the opportunity to do that if I wanted to, but I don't, and you do, and you can't use it. So that's cool that you just have this embarrassment of lady attention. I'm really happy for you, Mike.
Griffin, have you considered putting a ring on it?
That's like that Adam Sandler's making a movie about that, and I try to live my life avoiding any phony baloney Adam Sandler movie scenarios.
Except for the time that I sold you that magical remote control.
There was that, and I did go back to elementary school at the age of like 25. So
yeah,
no,
we were
Matt,
really worried during that time period. By the way,
yeah, and that was only to recruit for your jump rope team. So I don't think that's it's not the same thing.
Well, here's my thinking on this, is that it's not that I would like to believe enough in humanity that it's not that every woman is instantly attracted to a guy because he is married, but I think it's more that you become more comfortable. You're not trying to impress anyone. I mean, you've already got, your significant other, so you're not working at it, which instantly makes you more attractive. Like,
so true. That's it, 100%.
If every single guy listening to the show can take away one thing, it is if you just relax and stop working, it makes you so much cooler. Like, women will like you so much more if you're not trying to impress them.
Brain married. That's what I call it. You got to be brain married.
I like that a lot.
How deep does that inception go, though? Like, I mean, I need obviously a name for my brain wife, right? Mm-hmm. I would need a name and like a story of how we met. How I met your brain mother. Like, I'm saying I could invent an entire scenario around a person and then not let anybody know about it except for me. Mm-hmm. I can do that. Like, I've played Dungeons and Dragons. I'm totally capable of suspending entire worlds in my mind's eye.
And
it's ironic. Those two skills dovetail so nicely.
Yes. Because I know that when I'm trying to stop impressing women, the first thing I do is talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Hi. And you know what? A lot of people try to keep their brainwife secret. I say open with it. I say, hi, my name is Griffin. I have an imaginary wife and a great skill at playing Dungeons and Dragons. Would you like to dance with me?
And you know something? My favorite December's album is The Brainwife, so I just wanted to. I thought I'd kill that conversation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Griffin.
Yeah, you did it. Mission accomplished.
You guys want to hear Yahoo?
I would
Yes,
love
please.
to. Yahoo Answers. Can you tell us about those, Griffin?
Yahoo Answers they come from a website that is also called Yahoo Answers, and they are written by the dregs of humanity. And we take them and we make fun of the people who ask them.
That's not true. We help them. Griffin, don't break the
do
solution
not-
for me.
I do believe that everybody who asks a Yahoo Answer question is beyond help from anybody.
Okay, do it.
This one was sent in by Maddie B. Thank you, Maddie B. It's by Yahoo Answers user Jessica, who asks, help with my own urban legend? In my English class, we're having this huge project on urban legends. My job is to create my own urban legend, but I'm having trouble making a good plot. I need suggestions. I can write romance, horror, suspense, supernatural, par, etc.
Wait, what?
I don't. Maybe golf themed urban legends. I don't understand. So I would prefer one of these topics in it. I know there are non-scary urban legends out there, but I like creepy. It can possibly happen to you stories.
Does this urban legend have to be about her?
I don't know if it has to be about her or her.
What is the name of this emailer? This
It's
asker?
Jessica, which is nearly impossible to make scary.
She must have been early on the Yahoo Answers train. She was able to get Jessica as her username.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet username. I hear people are just selling those off now for like 6
Yeah.
figures.
It's pretty cherry. Jessica, the legend of Jessica. And then hiding in the back seat is Jessica. Like, that's not really scary, is it? There's no real...
maybe we can find some inspiration and some answers. What do you think?
Okay.
Let's just dip in there and see what happens. Answerer 1 says, a bad storm comes and everyone is safe but one young teenage boy. At the same time every morning, weird things happen where his death took place. It begins to attract more and more kids from his school, especially those who were close to him. Things begin to get stranger and stranger. Now, that's my favorite part in every horror story, is when things begin to get stranger and stranger. Those who were close to him decide to use a Ouija board to communicate with him at that same time, the same day, a year later. Unfortunately, they learn that it wasn't him the hard way.
Wait, hold on.
Best thing I could spring up at this time. Maybe you can work with it and other people's ideas.
Wait. The kid lived, I thought.
Did it? Because a bad storm came and everyone was safe except for one young teenage boy. Please.
So they try to get to... Yeah.
That is the worst urban legend I've ever heard.
Hey, it's the best thing that they could spring up at this time.
But
Isn't
I
that
will love it. But the whole point of an urban legend is that you tell it to somebody and they go, oh yeah, I think I know someone that happened to. Like, who's going to listen to this? Like, oh yeah, I remember when that one young boy was in danger from the one storm, even though everyone else was safe. But then a year later, they used a Ouija board, but it turned out it wasn't him the hard way. What?
Things got stranger, and then later stranger. What things? Your story's not good.
Have you noticed how strange this toast is? Yeah, I also noticed that this cup was strange. Everything's getting stranger and stranger.
It's getting really strange today. Hey, man! My favorite Stephen King book is the one where my favorite line of his was, and then the guy went to a place and this scary thing happened,
and it got scarier and scarier.
They thought it was a scary thing, but it was another one. Boo!
The hard way.
Ghost and shit.
What's the easy way to figure out that a ghost is a different ghost? Like, find a note?
So wait, did they think? Okay, so they try to get in touch with this little boy Jessica on the Ouija board, and it turned out that he didn't die, or that there was another ghost hidden?
There was another ghost.
He definitely died. This is all just a really great spectral coincidence because ghosts have to hang out where they die, like forever, right? Ghosts can't just like wander unless they have Beetlejuice powers. But even then, they couldn't leave the house, right? Or else they got eaten by the Dune sandworm. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. So, like, I guess 2 ghosts got killed at the same place. And one was significantly scarier and stranger than the other one.
Yeah.
I don't know. This obviously needs some workshopping. How about answerer 2, who says, With my creative mind, I will help you. Oh, good.
Oh, God. That's good, Hitty.
This old woman lives in an old house with an old husband, and at night you can always see a candle lit in the top window of the attic. It is said they practice the occult. I heard it through the grapevine that these old dudes...
Did you hear it through the grapevine?
People say they hear moaning and screams coming from the cellar and home. Just to be specific.
Are you hearing screaming? I am. I can't tell if it's coming from their cellar or from the... Let's go in and investigate. Because I don't know if it's from the lower part of the house or the upper part.
The cellar's not part of the home proper. I think we can all agree. A cellar is basically a second bullshit home that you keep buried underneath your regular home because you're so embarrassed of it. Because it's just one big stupid room.
Did you guys notice the moaning and screaming that comes from their cellar or home? Yeah, I heard that they practice the occult. And also, there's a candle in the window. Why did you bring up the candle?
This is the best story
We're talking about occult. Why did you bring up the candle, bro?
Screams and stuff, and it turns out there's a candle in their window.
Guys,
you can believe that.
It's about to get stranger and stranger. Just buckle up.
Okay.
After about 20 years, the woman and man disappear. The purchaser of the home finds a secret door in the cellar. He also finds marked graves.
Wait. The seller of the person who sold the home to him?
Yeah. Oh, shit. This is getting... Yes, there was a secret door hidden inside the body of the real estate agent who sold this spooky home. He also finds marked graves. There have been children disappearing for years in the town. Maybe could have mentioned that earlier. And when they dig up the graves, they only find 3 of the 14 missing. Where are the rest?
Why are there 3 there?
Wait.
They say the rest were buried in the backyard. They dig up the backyard to no avail. This is super boring.
Wait, what?
Here's some other shit that has no
did you hear the one about the guys who went in the forest looking for the monster? There was no monster there, but still, it was pretty creepy.
Yeah, they got close to his friends.
Another secret door in the attic is discovered.
No, was it?
There's
a candle.
There are the bones and skulls of the remaining 12 children. The old people have disappeared, and to this day might be your neighbors. I know my neighbors. They are not. I don't. It is said with the occult, they found a way to live forever. Good luck.
Are you still going on with this?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It ends with good luck.
Here's a quick lesson in urban legend. Urban legend. Kid was sticking his head out a window. A car was passing with the dog sticking their head out the window. The kid knocked the dog's head off. That's an urban legend.
Yeah, or like chupacabra. Like these are all good urban legends.
Not
fucking.
And then they looked in the basement, but they couldn't find anything.
There was an old house with old people in it, and there were screams in it, and also a candle. And then 20 years passed, and people bought it, and they found 3 out of 14 missing kids, and they thought they looked in the backyard, but nope.
Griffin,
attic. It's bones and shit. Can
you the thing that's fucking me up is where is the graveyard? Is that clarified?
I think it's
the
in
marked graves.
The secret door in the cellar.
No. The graveyard that they find with the gravestones and stuff.
Yeah, it's in the secret door in the cellar.
Okay. So wait, these old people basically have been killing kids for sacrifice.
Yeah,
and they went to their basement after they killed them and dug 14 graves and put like marks up and stuff, right?
But they only put 3 dead kids in there.
So they were planning on being far busier than they had planned originally. Is that, or he got lazy? Like, Carl, will you please take those dead kids out of the attic and bury them in our cellar grave?
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? First of all, one thing I just
did it
put
already,
together.
June.
They dug up the graves and only found 3 of the 14 children missing, but they found 12 kids worth of bones in the attic.
They found an extra kid.
That's 15. That's 15 dead kid bodies. Like,
where did this extra kid come from? I don't know. Just chuck it.
Where did these numbers come from in the first place? This guy's typing on Yahoo Answers.
If you grew up in this
14
fictional
kids, I guess.
If you grew up in this fictional town, you would know about the 14 missing kids. I think we can just assume that this is like Lost. I want to know more about this. Here's
my issue.
You have one issue.
I have one issue. I have one plot point, one hole that my comprehension is falling through. And that
They
is
have
this.
11.
That is this. All right. So they look in the cellar where there were screams coming from.
Sure.
Right.
And they find 3 of the bodies. And they find the rest in the goddamn attic where no screams were coming from. The screams were either coming from the cellar or the home. They don't mention the attic. Why are there bodies in the attic?
And
Get it together.
From what I understand, these people, these occultists, were old as fuck. Like, how are they going to carry 12 super, super dead kids up 3 flights of stairs, assuming the house is 2 stories tall?
Have you ever tried to carry a dead kid? Because it's like cord, like it is.
It's heavier than you would think. Like
they go limp, like they go wicked limp, and you've got.
They do not help whatsoever.
No, they're not pitching in. Why would these people not get a sing? I wish the town would all chip in and get these people like a nice, single level, maybe a wheelchair ramp, something a little bit more accessible, so they can kill kids and not have to put their old joints in such disrepair.
This is just really bad planning. I expect more from our nation's elderly.
Hey, Mabim Bam, I have this friend on Facebook who comments on almost every single post people put up. And it's usually just stupid, meaningless things like lol or smiley faces. He's starting to get really on my nerves. And I know other people are annoyed too. I don't want to confront him about this. And deleting him as a friend seems too harsh. Any advice?
Oh, man. Deleting him as a friend, how will he ever recover?
I know. And you don't want to confront him either? But Brad, if you're not going to confront a Facebook friend, you're going to have to deal with the fucking laws, my buddy.
Yeah.
This is America.
This is one of those, like, it's almost like a trick question where him doing it isn't that bad, and you telling him to stop doing it isn't that bad. It's fucking Facebook.
It's Facebook. Nothing matters.
Just
almost
don't
nothing
read
on the
stupid comments.
Yeah, either ignore it because it's fucking Facebook.
Nothing on the internet that you do matters, especially not on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, if he was coming over to your house every day and like knocking on your door and saying "lol" and running off, by all means, kill that man.
No,
But on
that'd be
Facebook,
Whatever.
awesome. I would love that. I need that friend in my life.
What if you could have him what if you could have him hide behind your couch? So you're talking to your brain wife and you make a really good zinger and he just pops up, lol. And then hides back.
Okay, I take it back. That would rule.
It would be awesome, right?
He just makes a smiley face with his face and then goes away.
And he just gives you a thumbs up and says, "I like this," and then goes.
Who's at the window? There's somebody at the window. It's Frank. He's smiling. He's smiling.
He's just letting us know that this video we were talking about is really funny. There's some people like that on the internet that just they're incapable of either creating or finding things that are awesome. So they just they react to them, but they do it with 2 to 4 keystrokes. That's like all the energy that they have in them, and that's fine. Those people have their place.
I appreciate the economy of that because if he was getting on every single thing everyone posted and he would type out a paragraph describing why he enjoyed that thing and why others should enjoy it too, dude, just put a smiley face so I can ignore it and move on with my life and get back to Farmville,
Mm-hmm. Like is a good button. Tell him to start using like. Tell him that you give 10 cents to charity every time he clicks like on something and and doesn't comment on it. Let's go a little more life affirming. We have a special question. Who did this one come to us from, Griffin?
This one was sent in by one Mr. Jonathan Anderson.
Okay, and you know what? It's such a special occasion. Let's let Jonathan ask himself. What do you think?
Go for it.
Hey guys, this is John from Brooklyn, and I'm in need of a bit of advice. I've been dating my girlfriend Katie for the last 4 years. We met at college and have been madly in love ever since. I recently dropped stacks on a engagement ring for her, but just can't think of the best way to do it. Can you guys tell me how I should propose to the love of my life? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
A fine question. A difficult thing to do well.
We've actually answered this question before, but it was a total phony joke. And this time, unless Jonathan's running the short grift on us, I think it's legit.
Yeah, I think it's legit. Welcome. What a treat for Maximum Fun friends, our new Maximum Fun friends, that they are here for our very first, very real wedding proposal. Now, maybe we could just walk Jonathan through this step by step.
Yeah, because I mean, he's in the moment right now, like listening to our voices. This is the most magical moment of his entire life.
Take a knee, left or right, doesn't matter.
No, right knee. Because if you take a left knee,
go right knee.
You know how the divorce rate is 50-50? It's because the knees. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go down right knee, or it's over.
Right. Okay, now you're going to reach in your pocket and make eye contact. This is very important.
Don't fall over.
Don't fall over, because then you'll be a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look her straight in the eye. I hope if she has eyes. Let's say she has eyes.
Okay.
Look her straight in the eye. Okay. And no, not like that, Jonathan. You're looking too serious. Like, look, it's a good moment.
Have like a half smile.
Like a half, knowing smile.
There you go.
That's good. That's
You're
good.
doing
That's
great.
good.
Now
your
sweat
hair is
a little bit more than you are right now.
Yeah. Can you give your hair a little musk just to give it some rakish charm? There we go.
Okay.
That's good.
Great.
He's already done it.
He's done it?
We took too long.
Oh.
No. He's still in the moment.
You're going step by step. Okay, now you're going to pull your hands out, but you're going to do this like clamshell kind of thing, where you're covering something up in your hand. What could it be?
And it's a candy. It's a Werther's Original. Catch her off guard first.
She won't see that coming.
And then explain to her that you got her a picture of a ring.
It's a ring you got off Craigslist and a picture of it because the guy hasn't brought it by yet, but he seems straight up. No, you have a ring. You get the ring out. You open the ring, but open it sort of close to her face so it looks bigger. This is key. You got to do this. You got to do it just that way. Now pull back a little bit because you're freaking her out.
Yeah.
Now,
hopefully she's crying at this point, right?
Oh, she's
laughter,
openly weeping.
Okay, good.
It's happy tears, though.
Okay, do we know her name?
Katie.
It's Katie.
Katie. Look at this boy, Katie. He is here for you. He's chosen the most romantic way that I could think of to ask you to be with him forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
And I straight up, I mean this with all respect. You're not going to do any better.
No.
He's the best you're going to do.
Look at him.
Jonathan Anderson? Are you kidding me? That's the most powerful. That name is just that's a virile name. It's full of vim and vigor. You can't get any better than that.
His knee is starting to hurt, guys. We gotta bring this up.
All right, so we're gonna put on some.
Say something.
We're gonna put on some mood music. Justin's gonna put on the Wings of Love. We're gonna edit that in right now. I definitely won't forget to do that.
Okay, so now, that's good. That's going real good. Now, Jonathan, look her in the eyes. We're gonna give you literally 3 seconds to say something special. Go. On the wings of love, up and above. And then, okay, now ask her. Do it. On the wings of love. Katie, come back.
Katie, no wait. Oh, hey, Jonathan,
lost her.
Listen.
Hey, wait, she's back. She's back.
Okay,
great. She rethought it. And it looks like a big yes. So congratulations.
This is a weird way to do this because we have no way. He said he was gonna send in their response.
God Almighty, God,
man, I really hope it's yes, or else this whole thing is just so sad.
Jonathan, listen, if it's not a yes, you can never let us know. We couldn't take the rejection, honestly.
What do you think he said? How do you think he phrased it?
How do you think he said?
I think he just said, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry."
It seemed like such a good idea before, but now it seems like a really bad idea that I
Let's
had.
not tell the kids.
We'll never tell the kids. Write us in 5 years and we'll help you come up with a story for how it really happened.
What if he just said, get at me? He just put that ring out there and was just like, hey, get at it. Get it.
He looks at her and he says, hey, weirdest first date ever, right?
Hey.
Nailed it.
Congratulations, you two. I'm sure it went.
Or
well.
condolences, either way.
Yeah, one of those two.
Hey, how about we break up the flow a little bit with a Yahoo?
Okay.
This one was sent in by Jonathan Bartram. Thank you, Jonathan Bartram. It's by Yahoo Answers user Donnie J, who asks, "Do aliens go to heaven and hell also?" There is no way Earth is the only planet with life out of billions of planets. So does aliens from other parts of the universe go to hell and heaven also? Or is it only strictly for humans? We've addressed the concept of extraterrestrial spirituality in a previous episode where we established that each planet does in fact have its own Jesus.
Right.
So
Everybody knows that.
I think that it only makes sense that other planets would have their own heavens too, because I don't want to sound like a bigot or nothing. I don't want to spend eternity with a bunch of off-worlders, which is
Yeah, right.
as everyone knows, the racist term for outer space.
But
alien.
here's the thing, though. This is what you're forgetting. By alien, you are implying that is someone from another planet coming to our planet. And as everyone knows, if you die on this planet, you're under the jurisdiction of Earth God.
Of Earth, God,
So,
and Earth
like,
Jesus, yeah.
A lot of planets will actually, like, if you're an alien and you do something really terrible, like, you'll make a run for the border and then try to die when you cross it. Because Mars Jesus and Mars God will follow you right to, like, the border. You know that asteroid belt between the two? He'll follow you right there. And then it's sort of like Smokey and the Bandit. He'll, like, throw his hat down, like, oh, God damn it. Got away again. And then you got to go die on Earth. And then Earth...
But Earth Heaven beats the shit out of Mars Heaven. It beats the shit out of basically the whole Milky Way thing that we have. Earth is totally the best. I think we can all agree.
Well, if you come from Mars, yeah. But if you die on Earth and then go to Earth Heaven, a lot of people think it's a step down because they're still making coffee from pots instead of, like, those pods, like, single serve up in Earth Heaven. And
But to be fair, have you guys ever visited Neptune Heaven? That's the party heaven.
Is it really?
Is that party heaven?
Yeah. That is the party heaven.
That's
Don't
all-
get me wrong. Their infrastructure is shit. Like, there's no
Right.
clean water and the bathrooms
Right.
suck. But it is a rave 24/7.
It's a very cold, moist planet. So I think that I guess that raving is really all they have to do there.
You know, if you drink a tube of fluorescent while you're in Neptune Heaven, nothing happens. So it's like the best thing.
If you drink a glow stick, you mean?
If you drink the glow stick, yeah. Exactly.
No, Griffin,
Yeah.
a tube of fluorescent.
That's right. The
actually-
words wouldn't come.
That's what they call them in the UK.
Yeah. Crikey.
Give me a tube of that fluorescent juice. Go blimey.
Oh, good.
That's great,
Wonderful.
Travis.
What
We're showing off our talents on this, our first Maximum Fun episode.
Quick, Griffin, play the spoons. We no, but you do you know what happened when they declassified Pluto as a planet? All those spirits were injected into the inky blackness of space. They had to close
Good work,
Pluto.
scientists.
Thanks, scientists. You sent a bunch of souls to oblivion forever.
Yeah, Pluto Nash is actually about him looking for the spirit of his grandmama to rescue it from the abyss. That's true. That's science.
All joking aside,
yeah, finally.
this is why the space race is still so vitally important, because we've only spread the word of Earth Jesus to the moon, and that's it. The rest of it, I mean, we shoot satellites with Earth Jesus' message like into the stars, into the heavens, but I don't know. I feel like that's not as effective as, you know, an actual astronaut armed with the good book and maybe a few chick tracks. So just support NASA with all your money, because it'll help save aliens from going to hell forever.
You don't want aliens to go to hell. And Mars hell, forget about it. Mars is already basically hell.
Yeah.
And then you add on the fact that it's hell. Ugh. Ugh. You don't want any slice of that. I take city buses to and from my college campus. Last month I noticed $1 on the floor by my feet. Since no one was near me and no one seemed to be freaking out over lost money, I decided to take it. I feel that if I had asked any other passengers if it was theirs, any unscrupulous individual would have claimed it was theirs, regardless of whether it was or not. What's the proper etiquette in this situation? Is it better to ask around, or is it a reward for the first person to notice it on the ground? Sincerely, victim of circumstance. Victim of circumstance. What year are you living in that $1 is worth thinking about?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even pick it up. I'd tear it in half. Have you seen the economy?
It's not only the tremendous physical effort that goes into bending down and retrieving an item from the ground. You're selling your own shame. Whenever you pick up money off the ground, you are selling your shame, because you should be ashamed, because you're like a dog. You're like a plebe. You're like a peasant picking up whatever scraps of currency that people have left lying around for you. It's shameful. And I don't think that $1 is a good exchange rate. I wouldn't do it for anything less than 10.
I read in Monocle that the rich have been throwing money on the ground and waiting for poor people to pick it up.
Yeah, for sport.
So that you don't want to be the puppet in the game, like in Hard Target with John Claude Van Damme, where you're playing a rich man's game. Like you want to be your own man who doesn't bend over for money. Now, Fiverr, all right.
Fiverr is I don't know. It's a gray area in my mind. I say
Really?
fuck no, coins. Don't be a child. Don't even think about
Now,
coins.
see, I disagree with that. If it's a quarter, I'll pick it up. Because who doesn't always need a quarter?
That's the thing, man. Parking meters, I always need a quarter.
Yeah, and who doesn't always want some gum? And you're like, who has coins? No one has coins.
Yeah.
You're basically, it's an investment in future gum if you pick up a quarter. $1, though, you can't even get a soda with $1 bill anymore. Quarters are
You know
still
what
useful.
I do?
What?
I just pick people's pockets. Just take it right out of their pockets. Don't wait till
Travis
it's
cuts
on
out the
ground.
middleman.
Yeah.
They're probably going to drop it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want you to have it. They
Yeah.
want you to have it.
Now, pennies, don't get me started on pennies.
Oh,
Ugh.
fuck penny.
If you give me pennies as change, like at the Costco or the Speedway, I will throw them back in your face.
You know,
Don't
I think bending over to pick up $1 is 100 times worse than picking up a penny.
What is
mathematically, yes.
Thank you.
what is the largest amount of money that you guys have found just like lying around in the wild? What that you didn't have to work for? You just sort of you happened upon it and you made it your own by way of your actions.
I found $64 once.
I
you really?
found $60 in an envelope at Kings Island on a church trip, and I think the good Earth Jesus-y thing to do would have been to give it to the Lost and Found so it could be returned. Because you're a kid, you put your money in an envelope when you go to a theme park because you don't have a wallet yet. But man, no.
Please tell me you did
I
that.
put that. Oh, that shit went right in my pocket. I bought a fanny pack with that money.
Ironically, if that kid had made that investment, he wouldn't have dropped his money.
Yeah, well, no, I took the money. I took the remainder of the money and put it right in the fanny pack because I was a pretty streetwise young kid.
You're no sucker.
I'm no sucker, and I wore it with the buckle on the front so that nobody could snap it off on me. Nice try, kid.
I found $64 at work, and I did the right thing, and like gave it to my boss and said, someone's probably going to come asking for this. And they didn't, which meant 30 days later, my boss just like randomly handed me $64 and was like, oh, here's this, by the way. No one picked it up. And it was like the sweetest, like, hey, thanks for doing the right thing bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
I don't think you get that same response from $1. Like if you went up to the bus driver and said, excuse me, dear sir, I believe someone dropped this. Please hold on to it for me for 30 days in case someone comes to claim it.
Sure.
No, just go out and buy, I don't know,
But
a pop. What can you buy for $1?
When you're at work, you don't really have a choice in the matter, do you? Because I could just like, when I worked at GameStop, like I could just like open up the register and be like, oh, I found $2,300. What do you know? I guess it's mine now.
So I guess what we're saying is steal.
Don't
Yeah, but don't like go look and and by the way, this is not rocket science. If you find a larger amount that's actually worth your investment, pick it up. See if anybody look around. See if anybody's like giving you the stink eye, and then say, "Did anybody lose some money?" And they have to tell you exactly how much it was.
Yeah,
and
just
then
don't
if they
say
can tell
like
you
did somebody lose $64. Say someone lose money.
because everybody will say, "Yes, right."
I would never do that. I'm sorry.
You would never what?
I would never do that. If I find money on the ground, it's mine, and I'll tell you why. It's because I lost
Tell me.
my wallet at Camden Park, which is weird because I just told two theme park related stories in the same breath. But like, I lost my wallet, okay, and there were maybe $8 in it because I was just a little baby boy. But I did have my learner's permit in there and like some other like important shit, and nobody turned my wallet in. They kept it for the $8. The immense hassle I had to go through to get it, like a new learner's permit and like I had like my social security card. I had some shit in there, some important shit, and it was gone forever over $8. That made me the angry shell of a person I am today. If I find any money or any object on the ground, it's mine. Sorry.
So it's like pay it forward.
It's pay it backward, actually. It's pay it inward.
Excuse me?
It's pay it inward. If somebody does something shitty to you, you do 3 shitty things to the rest of the planet.
You feel better about yourself.
You don't feel better about yourself. You just get angrier and angrier. And then at the end,
So you feel worse.
In the end, you kill Haley Joel Osment.
I want
dies.
to watch that movie.
But that's the termination of it all. All the wickedness that you've been building up, it all dies with him. He dies for you.
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment died for all your minuscule sins, like keeping $8 from.
He
a
was
little kid.
Pluto Jesus.
He was Pluto Jesus.
Do you think the way I'm talking right now, and I have been talking for the past 2 minutes, is like how all criminals got started?
Why did you murder that family? Because I lost my wallet at Camden Park and nobody turned it in.
$8 goddamn dollars. $8 goddamn dollars. I had to go to the DMV, pay like $35, take the fucking test over again. It like completely ruined my entire day over $8.
It's not worth it.
Apparently it ruined your life. You're a bitter human being.
Yeah, you're really angry about this. Do we want to do one more Yahoo question, or should we wrap it up?
Do. Yeah.
Okay, break me off something. You must have something.
Oh, man.
proper.
Oh, do I? This one was sent in by Shonen413. Thank you, Shonen. It's by Yahoo Answers user, ? Who asks,
Okay.
Ooh.
I need to perform a colonoscopy to myself. I need a colonoscopy performed on me, but unfortunately, in these economic times, I cannot afford a doctor. I'm pretty sure I could do it myself, but what should I get to perform? The only store near me is a Home Depot, so the tools need to be from there. What items should I get? I have a very low budget, so don't pick anything too expensive. You're kind of
need a rubber hose.
You're kind of tying our hands. I want a homemade colonoscopy, but I got maybe like $8 that I can drop on this.
I found in a wallet at
Camden Park, and now I'm going to spend on a butt camera. Can you help?
Now,
Okay.
I can't imagine the kind of yoga one has to go into to operate a self-butt camera.
The tech.
You can't afford
the
it.
tech required is outrageous. Like, I would say the smallest camera that I own is my iPhone 4, and even that is going to be, if you'll forgive the term, a stretch. Like...
The thing that bothers me is not just that he doesn't just want to do a home one. He wants to do a home one on the cheap. Like, you can't say, I'm going to be cutting. Yeah, you're already cutting like the biggest corner. There are no other corners to cut. It's like oblong now. You can no longer cut corners. You're out of them.
I'm all about
cut the corner.
pioneer spirit. I'm all about DIY. I'm all about looking up shit on the internet and then doing that shit without getting help from
looking
other
up
people.
shit in your
But not. But this is a bridge too far, dog.
Yeah, it is.
This is
I love value. Like, everybody who knows me, they say Justin Bargain Hunter. That's what everybody calls me. This is too much. You've gone too far.
And 9 months ago, before we started doing this show, like, I would have thought this was a joke, but like reading the answers is like, it's a real concern.
Yeah, it's a real concern.
Take a flexible, hollow, half-inch diameter flex hose about 2 or 3 feet long.
Stop it. This is not.
Take a webcam housing off around the lens and circuit board. Run a cable attached to webcam lens and circuit board through the hose. Insert circuit board into flex hose and mount camera lens even with the tip of a hose. Grind a flashlight lens down into the diameter of the hose. Cover camera lens with a flashlight lens. Plug your computer in and turn the webcam on. Ram the device up your ass and look for the call.
Step 6, kill self.
Can I make a humble suggestion of maybe sell your fucking computer and get a colonoscopy? Like, as long as we're thinking outside the box?
Can we start a fundraising drive to get this dude to a colonoscopist?
Why is that the plan? How about what are some ways I can get some more money? Like, I need more money.
I guarantee if you went to any doctor and said, I'm thinking about giving myself a self-colonoscopy unless you do it for free, that doctor will do it for free.
I'm going to hurt myself in my butt really bad if you do not come give me a hand here.
I'm going to give it to you straight, Doc. You can either A, give me a free colonoscopy, or B, dig a homemade colonoscopy camera out of my butthole in 2 hours.
You decide.
This is how we're going to get healthcare. This is how we're going to get healthcare pushed through Congress. Is everybody calls their local representative and says, "Hey, I'm about to irreversibly damage my rectal wall if you do not get this shit approved. Hey, Obama. Hey, Obama, I'm going to hurt myself."
This one's on you, bro.
Yes, we can stick a webcam up our assholes.
The good news, I appear to be cancer-free. Bad news, I'm never not defecating. Anytime you see me,
I broke whatever flange or cap is supposed to be there.
Dear Yahoo Answers, I'm never not defecating. Can you give me some homemade solutions? There's only a Home Depot near me. I need to be able to stop having boundaries at some point.
Good news, I can Skype from my anus, which is pretty cool.
That is really nice.
I own a new hit website.
Oh, man. Never Not
For a very
Defecating.
specific.
Never Not Defecating is also my favorite podcast.
It's one of my favorites. Jimmy Fardo. There. What do I care? What do I care? It was just right there. I'll just snatch it out. So this has been my brother.
Obviously.
We're so sorry. Like, you came aboard, you trusted the recommendations of people who you've come to know and love over these years, and this is what it has gotten you. Maybe, if nothing else, you've learned a valuable lesson about trust. I want to hear Griffin's very last question that we'll use to finish the show, but some housekeeping stuff. You can always find us at mbmbam.com. We will always be there. There you can find all the methods for asking us questions. mbmbam@gmail.com is our email address to get in contact with us. We have a Twitter account at mbmbam where you can ask us questions there, or you can. We love it when people tweet questions using the mbmbam hashtag without that at the beginning, so everybody can see it. Our quotes from the show, people like to do that sometimes, and we always really appreciate it. We have formspring, formspring.me/mbmbam.
We have
We haven't
So-
mentioned it in a while, but we do have the phone number, which is Griffin.
It's 203 Mabimbam 1.
So, real quick, so that's for the new folks. New folks, thank you so much for joining us. Please, if you like what you heard, subscribe on iTunes or, I guess Zune or whatever, BlackBerry or whatever other methods you like to use to listen to your podcasts. And please come back next week. We put a new episode up every Monday. Very rarely do we miss one, so make sure you come out for that. You can also follow us on Twitter. I'm Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
And I'm Griffin McRae. But you can really suss that out.
Yeah, you probably sort that out yourself. People who've been with us before now, I know that it might seem you might be a little worried. So let me get the most important thing out first. Nothing's going to change. Everything's going to be the same.
Except for
basically.
everything.
What?
Nothing gold can stay, Pony Boy. Well, we did change.
So
We did
true.
change the theme song. That did change.
Yeah, that did change. But the show's going to stay the same. Our website, you will see, will move over to Maximum Fun. You'll still get to it through mbm.com, but we're going to move the website over there and the forums over there, which I know that's kind of like, we've already been posting stuff, but everything can be the same there as it was.
Our two families are they're just there's so much overlap that I think that everyone's just going to get along really great. It's like cheaper by the dozen, right? It's like cheaper by the
step by step.
It's like step by. Oh, that's so much better, Travis. Thank you. It's like step by step.
You're welcome.
And like our family,
I call Cody. I'm Cody. Nailed it.
we are the Patrick. Fuck.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fuck. You might really for what the Deuce of Hazzard.
What's that dude's name?
Tom Wopat.
No.
What?
Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick, no, fuck. The guy from Step by Step, the dad.
I know it. I just don't want to tell you. Duffy. Okay.
We're the Duff, and
We're the Patrick Duffys, and you're the Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
No,
and we would like to welcome all of our new listeners that found us through maxfun.org, and also all of our listeners that have never taken a chance to check out, Jordan Just to Go or Sound of Young America or any of the other ones. Stop what you're doing right after you finish this podcast.
yeah, run, don't walk, and download. We got started doing podcasts because of listening to the Max Fun Network. So really go subscribe to all of their shows and listen to them. We promise we will not get jealous. We not like that. We have an open relationship with you.
You're gonna see we're gonna have new merch and stuff, and all that will be revealed at a later point how we're gonna be handling that, but because we don't know.
Also we're going to start doing promotions on the show, which if you've heard other shows on the Maximum Fun Network, then you know how those work. If you want to do a personal or a commercial message, we can definitely do that for you. If you want more details on price or how to get started, you can email Teresa at Maximum Fun. That's Teresa with an H.
But it's not going to be like It's not going to impede your listening pleasure.
No.
Promise it won't be an annoyance. Promise.
We'll make it funny for you. We'll have some laughs.
Don't
with
worry.
it.
We made a wedding proposal serious. And there's a 50-50 chance it is not funny at all. So
I'd say there's a 50-50 chance that we got fucking taken for a ride.
you think?
We got gripped.
Ugh.
Yeah. But if we didn't, congratulations.
That's why we got to
He's
start.
at home cuddling his brain wife.
Don't use us to propose to your brain wife, please. If you have questions, this is not a joke. If you have questions, email us or concerns. You've been with us the whole time. You're worried about what the future holds. Please email us. The only thing that we're probably not going to negotiate on is the music. Trust us, guys. That wouldn't be like, hey, they changed the music. It would be like, what happened to Justin, Travis, and Griffin? They're in jail. They're in debtors.
They're in Swiss jail. They were extradited immediately.
So don't worry. Don't worry about that. But anything else? Questions or concerns? Or just congratulations. That's nice. mbmbam@gmail.com. Shoot us a line. Let us know what's going on. Or call. Either way. And thank you so much for your support.
Yeah.
Over the months, because it's really because of you guys that we're still doing this. And the main reason we wanted to join up with Max Fun is just to expand to other people, introduce other people to the show, grow the family, as it were. If you've seen the hit show Sister Wives, it's basically like that.
We're basically the newest Sister Wife. But
yes.
Then again, on the newest Sister Wife is the only one who's not gross looking. Not saying that's a direct allegory to us. I'm just saying, I just watched Sister Wives for the first time, and man, holy shit, what a crazy show! That sentence really went
good.
for a ride.
A good point.
Hey, you guys ever seen Sister Wives?
Hey, what's up with Sister Wives?
Just next week for my sister wife, and me.
We're going to close out the show with a last question to sort of grow on and think about and mull over in the ensuing week. Thank you to new friends and old. Thank you so much for your support. We really do love you very much.
We're so happy that you're
Griffin.
Just so excited and just
excited.
Generally, just
bold,
really horny.
So horny.
This one was sent in by John and Tony Majiggers. Thank you, John and Tony. It's by Yahoo Answers user Lois Griffin is in Germany, who asks, what country is Queen Latifah ruler of?
McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been my brother, the kiss your dad, square on the lips.
Keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Hey, keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Man, these girls are smart.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar.
Plastic shopping bags, and they just
Like, let's
sure,
not
yeah.
like from a mine.
What?
This is
Chicken. From the like like Chilean miners.
Is that a reboot? Is that what this is? Are we guys?
This is just celebrating the hardworking miners of Chile.
What?
This isn't like about anything. I'm just glad that they're there.
Yeah.
From the like like the Chilean miners emerging.
Can't bust that out every week.
From the like Chilean miners.
Is that a reboot? Is that what this is? Are we
No, this
refreshing the franchise?
This is just celebrating the hardworking miners of Chile.
What?
This isn't like about anything. I'm just glad that they're there.
Yeah. My spring break's coming up too. You want to maybe go to Chile? Maybe we could go chill on the beaches of Chile.
Like Chilean miners emerging from a mine. We've returned for another week of, a lot of people like that when I did it right after those famous guys came out.
Yeah.
So I thought, what if I brought it back? I mean, Chilean miners are still coming out of mines. Like, let's
Sure,
not
yeah.
like on
they
the
haven't
rag,
they haven't stopped. I hope.
right? They're going in there getting butane and gold. I don't know.
They're getting butane. They go down there with just plastic shopping bags and they just scoop up the butte.
So we're back for a second run on the Max Fun Network. Thank you so much for rejoining us. This is My Brother and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I am Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
You're gonna pry that Chilean miner bit from my cold dead hands. But again, we've reemerged. Second week on Max Fun Network. The response from you guys was so nice. Really meant a lot. If you haven't been to the forums yet, over at Max Fun, there's a lot of good discussion, both MBMBAM and MBMBAM non-related. So move over there, and there's a thread, a new Max Fun podcast, My Brother, and Me. You can introduce yourself, say hi. But everybody's getting acquainted there. Let's get acquainted here with some wisdom. Let's go with our first question. What do you guys say? Just get into it,
Yes.
right? Get deep. My friends keep on telling me that if I don't go to my senior prom, I'll regret it. Personally, I don't care for dancing and wasting money. Is this one of those things I'll regret not doing when I'm old? Anti-Footloose, Gmail.
I actually made up that name because they didn't attach one, and I really wanted to talk about Footloose.
Oh, good. Oh, good. What a
Good, Travis.
This show's become
That's,
a construction. It's just...
Isn't that perjury? Isn't that what that is?
You
Isn't that
purged.
illegal?
I don't believe so.
Purge him to the sky. No, but I think it's definitely about the ritual. Like, it's not inherently fun, but you'll be kind of a lonely heart, I think, if you don't go, right?
You have to go.
You have to go.
Yeah, the thing is, like, this is that future present tense time travel thing. Look to the future, 20 years from now. You don't want to be the person that, says, oh, no, I didn't go to my senior prom. Because everyone you tell that to will go, oh, why not? Like, you have to go. It's part of your growing up. It's part of life.
Plus, there's got to be a girl you can ask. There's always a girl. I know you don't like wasting money and dancing, but it's not like you'll be surprised how little of the dancing you'll actually do. And it's not a waste.
No,
it's like, it's like a traditional, I don't know.
Well, most importantly, you only get one shot at it. It's not like, well, I don't want to go now. I'll try again in 5 years. Like, this is your only chance to go to your senior
It's a good
prom.
point.
So, like,
Yeah.
That's actually a common misconception, Travis. You can keep going to high school dances after you've left that particular educational institution.
Which reminds me, we do need to wrap this show early. I need to get over to Skeffington's to pick up Mateo's.
Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, Anti-Footloose. It's gonna be bad. You're not gonna have I can't think. I don't know. I never looked forward to my formal dances whenever I was in high school. I actually almost skipped one because I was gonna go stag. But instead, like, I just stayed home and I played EverQuest.
Yeah.
For most of the night. I mean, it was right after the Dungeons of Narath expansion came out, so, like, I had a lot of shit I played.
Sure. Yeah, I had to go to Kunark.
But I did end up going. You gotta pay the money. It's just you gotta pay your dues, and maybe, you'll rub your wiener on a butt to hip hop music. Like,
yeah,
there's an exchange there.
It is a trade-off. But you'll regret it if you don't go years from now. Maybe not immediately, and it won't be fun, but at least you'll have been there. And you can lie about it later and say it's also a really good excuse to ask somebody out if you've been trying to work up the nerve, because everybody needs a date.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go solo. So take advantage of that and prey on their desperation. What should I do about a girl in my class who's a terrible buzzkill? She always inserts herself into everyone's conversations and ruins the fun by talking about her divorced parents, human trafficking, or 9/11. Was that good, Trav?
Wow.
You like a little chuckle?
I think that person would be
A
awesome.
little chuckle from 9/11. Good.
I'm trying to imagine that conversation. It's like, do you guys want to go to Chipotle for lunch? Or do you maybe want to hit up Panera? Hey, by the way, that reminds me, 9/11.
Yeah. I remember the last time I remember the last time I went to Chipotle. It's when my divorced parents sold me into slavery. If I remember correctly, it was September 11th. Have a good burrito. Enjoy your meal. Sorry, I didn't mean to bummer all over your chips.
What is it? Did you get the spicy aioli? That's nice. You know who loves that? Osama bin Laden. He gets it in his beard.
Are you gonna get vegetables? I'll tell you about a vegetable I know. I remember Terry Schiavo. Whoa! Terry Shive. No, it's not time for the Shive to come back on a hilarious punchline.
May have jumped the gun a little bit there.
A little bit, but somebody's got to push into the light, right? Somebody's got to determine how long the deadline is on stuff like that. I would say
I'd let
push
that
them.
one simmer for like another 6 months.
I would say you got to try to trump them. No matter how dark they go, you've got to go darker. Like divorced parents, go Batman. Just talk about dead parents. They won't see that coming. Push them into a darker place until you're bumming them out, and maybe they'll get the message.
Mm-hmm. I have a way better idea.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wait, better than bring up Terry Schiavo?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Why don't you learn to play and then constantly carry around a cornet or a small trumpet and just carry it around, and anytime she opens her mouth to say literally anything, just start playing like a happy little like St. Louis jazz number, just like a like a little bit of Zatarans, like just get in there like right in her face and just like nobody can speak first of all, or be sad.
Yeah,
when they hear that music.
It could be sad. That's an interesting point you just made about super aid sweeping across Africa. I'd like to counter with some Zydeco. Everybody buckle in. So either super dark or super light. Griffin, do you have a Yahoo for us a Yahoo Answers request?
Sure. I have a few. How about this one? It was sent in by Jonathan Bartram. Thank you, Jonathan Bartram. It's by Yahoo Answers user Dr. Know-It-All, who asks.
It's an ironic. It's an unfortunate name for a Yahoo Answers user.
I've been sold a false bill of goods here. Dr. Know-It-All asks, if you lived on a beach and overnight all the sand miraculously turned to cocaine, what would you do?
Dr. Blow-It-All. That's who he not. It's he mistyped. Well, Snow Angel, right? Blow Angel first.
Look, you make an angel in that sweet coca, but that seems pretty obvious. Coca castles.
Well, I think the first thing I would do is contact the Pope and say, "There's been a miracle."
Yeah.
Coke miracle. First, alert the authorities. I can't. You can't take any chances with this.
It just seems dangerous, right? Like. It just seems like dangerous. Like kids could wander in there.
Just get I would.
Because if I know one thing about the beach, sand gets everywhere.
Hey, what about some answers? What if I just read some of the special help that?
What do people say?
Steven Adler says, "Clean the beach."
What?
Seems like it'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, it's all cocaine.
Just get in there with a fucking Swiffer wet jet and get all the coca up. Alessa says, die of cocaine overdose. That's a pretty good plan, I guess. Two people rated that answer as good. Cool.
Pretty good answer. Pretty good. It is the apocalypse. You might as well wrap it up. I mean,
Holy Phoenix said, get Rod the fuck out. How do you get
what?
Excuse me?
Get Rod?
Spell that for me.
RAWED. He went ahead and he took the word raw.
Just extended.
And he done verbed it.
He verbed it out.
So get Rod the fuck out.
How rod are you right now? I'm pretty rod. I have been sniffing this beach for a half hour. You know what irritates me is when you see the dealers out there dumping huge bags of flour. It's like gift horse in the mouth, you know? Like they're still
Yeah.
gonna cut it. Like, come on, man. Is that baking soda? What are you doing? Just back it up and sell it. It would decrease the market value though. That would be bad for dealers, I think, if there was a Coke Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are a few people who are suggesting a little bit of profiteering. I don't know. That doesn't.
How are you
seem-
gonna sell that? Hey, I have
Yeah.
some beach here. Will you pay me for it? No, I think I'll just go to the beach. Thanks.
There might be some shark's teeth in there, so a little bonus for the kids.
They're all rotted down to nubs.
Dr. House says, roll up a $50 note and have a snorkel.
It's actually
Just get a
pretty
little.
good.
Oh, you still take bumps of coca? Not me. I take snorkels.
I just did 3 snorks. I'm tripping out of my mind. You tripping? You trip on Coke, right? You
The
trip.
greatest mind of our generation says, well, there's enough to experiment, so instead of snorting it, we add some Kool-Aid and then make an enema. What?
Wait, how does that thought process work?
What I love that seems to imply that he's often thought,
yeah.
man, I would love to have a Coke enema, but I just don't have enough.
Yeah. I don't have enough to experiment with.
I think you got to go out there for a Coke ball fight. Just mixing them up and toss them at each other.
Build a Coke.
That
man.
seems like that would be fun for about 35 seconds. And then,
You should.
I mean, I have never done the coca, so I don't know like how quickly it sets off, how quickly it activates within you. But I imagine that it's pretty quickly, especially when you're, having a good time bouncing around, throwing Coke balls at each other.
You should come over to my house. It's the home of the world's coolest beach whale. Come check him out. He's a fun guy. He sits out there asking how into Mark McGrath you are, and
His blowhole's just so crusty and like terrible to look at.
it's closed up.
Mark McGrath?
Mark
Really?
McGrath, huge Coke head. Mark McGrath, I bet.
Is
I don't
That's
know.
not true.
I don't know either. Like
that's
I
the
keep
Sugar
slander
Ray
tabs.
gentleman, right?
Was Sugar Ray? Yeah, he said Sugar Ray. What's good? I don't know good Coke music. What's Coke music?
I can't imagine that
Jack
Sugar Ray
Johnson.
is too low on that list.
It seems like a cokey band, doesn't it? Like Sugar Ray seems cokey.
Well, I mean, everybody's seen that video, right? Where Mark McGrath is like walking into some bar and some like 12-year-old kid yells "sugar gay" at him, and he like flips the fuck out and like gets in the kid's face and like just takes a bite out of him.
What?
That's the weirdest music video I've
He
ever
takes
heard
a
of.
video bite out of the kid. He bites him.
He doesn't literally take a bite out of him. I was speaking figuratively. Like he got up in his grill.
You know, I don't appreciate that.
Sugar gay. That's pretty good, though. Should we talk about? Because this is going to interrupt the flow, and I apologize for that, but I have my reasons. Last night, something big happened to the world. A baby was born,
Right.
but not a literal one.
Well, a literal one probably was born somewhere. We have to,
Yeah.
just statistically.
But we had nothing to do with that baby,
No.
or did we?
Or did we? Get the blood test
I'm
done, Jay.
speaking, of course, about Rocky Horror's My Brother and Me mixtape. Available now for kids of all ages. We'll have a link like in the post for people to download it for free. It is the freshest thing ever recorded by mankind.
We should put it on the Maximum Fun blog too, right?
That's what I was talking about. Do you think I still use our old website? No.
Ugh, how gauche.
1.0.
It really is super fresh. Rocky Horror did a great job with it, and I think like if there's ever like a lull in this episode, maybe I can like just splice in like a few seconds of a track.
There's samples online and people can get it. It's for free, right? You just get it.
It is for
It's
free,
no
yeah.
problem.
Not surprisingly, my favorite track on there is a track called "Travis Was Right."
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Don't
good one.
ruin
Oh,
the surprise.
God, that track is fresh. I won't say anything, but
The album
it
has
made me the happiest I've ever been.
the album has an arc to it. It has a narrative.
There is a narrative.
Yeah.
There's a nice. They call them chill downs at the end. There's a chill down, right? That's what they're called.
There's a chill down. There's a chill back. There's a beat flip, which is I like that one.
He does like 2 beat flips, and I was pretty
and
impressed.
he drops that bass so heavy low, and like that's probably my favorite part of the album.
We should just make this show about dance hall techno dance. Is that the genre? It's techno dance, right?
That's perfect. We can do like an instructional thing, so we can like talk about your best techno techniques, like when you drop that bass so heavy low.
Right, that's important.
There's a dance move associated with that, so we can say like when it's time to drop that bass, you gotta like twist your heels outwards and drop your knees down a little bit.
Yeah,
and like shake 2 fingers to the floor like you're telling it no. And then like we'll tell people to do that, and then we'll put on a clip of the mixtape like right now. And people can get their learn on.
Yeah, I think that this could be really super instructional.
So are you saying that our podcast could become a vehicle for us to mention new music that we discover in the world?
Oh no, I know where this is going.
Say that one of the 3 of us discovered a mystery CD titled Fart Touch, and we played that song, and it was magical.
Now, Travis, walk me through this. Travis sends us this email. It says, I found a CD called Fart Touch. It's like...
No. This is a much more mysterious event.
Okay.
I'm going through my CDs and Teresa's CDs, and we discovered this CD simply titled Fart Touch.
Okay.
Neither one of us has any idea where this CD
Neither one of you
came
will
from.
admit to having any idea where the CD came from. Gotcha.
Yes.
At any point did you put this CD in your computer?
It took me 4 days of just walking by as we're cleaning up the house saying things like, and where should we carefully store Fart Touch? And eventually I was like, fuck it, I have to find out what's on this CD, and discovered a song strangely called Fart Touch.
Huh, imagine that.
It's perhaps
go fig.
It's perhaps the greatest song I've ever heard in my life.
And here's the clip.
You got that fart touch? Who got that fart touch? You got that fart touch? Who got that fart touch?
I have literally listened to that song 9 times in the last 2 hours.
Let me ask you though, Travis. Did you put the CD in your computer to listen to it? I imagine that you did.
Yes,
right?
I did. Yes.
Okay. This is why you get viruses and shit. Like, if I saw a piece of digital media that had the words "fart touch" scrawled upon it, like, I wouldn't want to know what's on there.
Are you
I
kidding
certainly
me?
wouldn't subject my computer's hard drive to it.
You learn so much about your brothers doing a weekly advice show with them, because if I saw something called Fart Touch, the signal would not be able to get from my eyes to my brain to compute that it said Fart Touch before my finger would be on the open button on the computer. Like, I would already be loading it just as my brain was like, Fart Touch? It would be playing. Like, I couldn't get that in fast enough. Are you kidding me? Fart Touch? I'm there. Like, yeah, of course, naturally.
I think that says a lot about us, though, because I don't know, you two seem to take more risks than I do. Like, you see a Fart Touch CD and you just jump right for it. You know that a ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are for. They're for sailing to the open seas and finding fart touches.
I'm on the SS Fart Touch, and I'm out there for adventure.
You two's biggest risk was recording Fart Touch, I think.
We've not given advice for a little while.
I think we gave some pretty, advice by association. Don't listen to Fart Touch. I think it's a pretty good nugget of wisdom. I've been with my girlfriend for 3.5 years now, but for the past year, she's lived in a different city, so we had to go do the long distance thing. I'm planning on proposing soon, and after that, she's going to be moving back to my city. The problem is, I've gotten incredibly used to this long distance relationship. I got a daily routine of work, taekwondo, dinner, and then playing games all night. When we were still in the same city, we didn't live together, so I still have my personal space, but that's obviously going to change. Do you guys, except Griffin, sorry buddy, find it hard to juggle your personal time and your significant other? For love or StarCraft, the muffin.
See, I just double down on my taekwondo time.
I just more taekwondo.
Yeah. I take my love cavity, and I just fill it with taekwondo.
I'm going to hit you with something, the muffin, that's going to kind of blow your mind a little bit. I was in the same boat you were, like, for a long time, because I've always been super into me time, to Justin time. the time that you spend by yourself is important, and I think you should still try to get that time. But keep in mind that the time you spend by yourself playing video games, for example, Taekwondo is not a great example because it's like it's helping you be fitter. But you know, playing games all night, that is without context. You know, like it's time that it doesn't really edify you. It doesn't. You're the only one that it affects, and time that you spend with your significant other has like context. It has
Value? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like a more, you know, not it's not value less, but it's about finding like a balance. You know, you got to find a balance between the two, and you can always play video games. You know, you can always do that stuff, but it's about finding a balance between the two.
And of course, it'll change. Everything will change when you move in with someone and you live with someone, especially when you marry someone. But change for the better. And if you find it changing, you know, not for the better, it's as simple as having a discussion and saying, hey, you know, I really love spending time with you, but I do need some me time here and there. And kind of, you know,
no girl will ever
find time because she
understand
probably
that.
enjoys.
Sorry, that won't work.
Well, she probably enjoys her me time too.
It's worth a shot, but like, I don't think that I mean, maybe she does. Maybe she will enjoy the me time. If she is a very not me time person, though, if you're like, I need some space, then it's not gonna go well. I don't think.
Okay, well, how about this idea? Me time together.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
Like you play video games while she reads a book, but you're together, you're in the same room, you're hanging out, but you don't have to be like constantly staring into each other's eyes for hours.
Deborah,
on
I
end.
like you a lot. I want to be
Like-
together alone. Can we do that?
Yeah.
I want to be with you, but not with you.
You sit over there. You do your crossword puzzle, and you drink your tea. I'm going to be over here practicing my quan.
I'm just getting my quan on.
I'm getting my quan on.
Do me a favor, Taekwon, don't talk to me for the next hour or so. Can we work that out? You can. Just anything. Do anything else. You could try to get her hooked on something super addictive. Take her out to Coke Beach. You won't see her for days. But yeah, I mean, it's just a balance, and it is going to change. Mm-hmm. But remember that, yeah, that's quality time. You'll find interests that you share. But it is. You're right. It's a huge adjustment. If it's too hard, get single again, my man. Chuck it back to the sea. You know, forget about it.
Luda! Get out the way, bitch!
Griffin, you know what I need.
This one was sent in by Curly Head Poet. Thank you, Curly Head Poet. It's by Yahoo Answers user Amy, who asks, oh man, does anyone know of any other grandpa names?
Oh no!
It can't. Listen to the parameters, please.
Okay, all right.
It cannot be Poppy, Grandpa, or Pop-Pop. Gramps sounds like cramps. Don't go there.
Don't
Additional details. And please, no names in other languages. This is America. We speak English.
Did she say that?
Awesome.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Totally.
No.
Definitely. Awesome. Amy, cool. Any P vowel P
Vowel
sound.
Yeah.
You're fine. Like pee-pee. Well, maybe not that.
No, not that.
Nope.
Papo.
Papo, that's good.
Popey.
Peepums.
As long as there's two P's.
Go see your peepums.
Go.
This is my peepums.
Zero, go see your peepums.
My Peepums always has the hardest, crumbliest chewing gum.
Don't now, Gerald, don't you eat Peepums nasty gum. You know what happened last time.
Peepums nasty gum sounds like a product that we should copyright immediately.
Oh God! I just purchased a pack of Peepums old-timey nasty gum.
You're still in the juicy fruit? That's bitch gum. I'm in a Peepums nasty gum.
Fuck your fruit stripes.
The thing about Peeplum's nasty gum is that you have to put the emphasis on a different syllable every time you say it.
Peepums don't you get? Oh, Peepums don't you give him that nasty gum? He's just love him and care for it.
All right, listen. Peepum's nasty gum is obviously the greatest thing any of us have ever said, but let's give this person some much needed help.
I've already decided that Grand Peepums is the best name ever.
Ooh, I like that because you can expand on that. You can have a great Grand Peepums.
Without great gum, though, it should be noted that gum's not going to get any better. What about Propoo, Propum, Proper, Propy, Propy? That sounds like an alien
propane.
grandfather, Propy.
Proteus.
I'm Proteus, the Peepums. I'm your Peepums Proteus. Please eat my nasty space gum. Are there any non-double P names that still work? Like, for some reason, and this is so cultural, I guess, but for some reason, when you pull away from P's, it doesn't feel like a grandpa name. Like, you have to have the P in there.
There's probably
right?
some sort of root language explanation there, like progenitor or paternal. That's maybe paternal has something to do with it.
I guess granddad doesn't, but who says granddad? That sounds like something you only refer to them as after they're dead.
Yeah.
This is my granddad.
Granddad? That's depressing.
Yeah.
What about master father?
Whoa! This is Master Dad.
I was thinking,
Master Dad.
What if the problem isn't the dad or the pop, but the grand? What if we could switch the grand?
No, but think about the one removed, and you can say, "This is my great grandmaster dad."
What about progenitor prime? How do you feel about that?
How about just Philip? Like, no one calls him
just call
like
him by
an
his
adult.
name, which is even better if you're like 6. And he's like, "Would you like a Werther's?" And you're like, yes, Robert. I would enjoy a Werther's.
Werther's. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Gum? No, I don't think so. I
No.
would prefer not to have it.
The Werther's will keep, sir.
Unlike your nasty gum that I believe you retrieved from a package of baseball cards circa 1987, Peepums.
What if we did
Keep
it?
it.
What if we did it like Japanese math and we just called him like Daddy Dad or Dad Dad? Just like expand it to whatever power. I feel like that would be a much shit. I just revolutionized the whole fucking system. Like, what if we
much better
What if we
now.
got rid of all these arbitrary titles and we just like expanded it based on how they actually relate to your nuclear family? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Dad? Yes.
Like your cousin will be your dad's sister's son.
So you want to de-simplify the language, and instead of one word like cousin.
No,
throw,
because
like,
who the
4
fuck
words
can
in
keep
there.
cousins straight? Like, especially once you get to like second or third cousins, like who knows? Like who knows? It's very nebulous. I'm saying we simplify the entire thing, and we just go dad, sister, brother, or I guess that would be your dad again. Do you understand what I'm saying though?
I do. It's just like so terrible of an idea. I don't want to encourage you more. That like it's the one thing I was thinking is I talk about my extended family in public too much. I wish there was some way to complicate it to keep me from bringing them up all the time. I know. Dad, sister, brother. Would you call them that to their face?
No, I would call them by.
This is my mom brother. His name is Tom. This is my mom brother Tom. Peepum's nasty gum. Just want to get that out there one more time.
It's too bad the mixtape just came out because I feel like we could get an entire selection out of Peepum's nasty gum.
My wife started knitting 4 years ago. I'm sorry, I misread it. My wife started knitting 4 years ago, and that was all fine and swell until she started wearing her creations. How can I tell her that I don't like it when she wears these creations without hurting her feelings? That's from Hip Hobo.
There's nothing hip about being inconsiderate.
Oh, wow, burn. I don't like it when you wear that sweater. You know what? It doesn't matter if she made it or not. That's not your call to make. You should never say that. Don't ever say that.
Unless she's really bad at knitting. And, like, you can see through it and you see all her
Unless
bits.
we have underestimated her terribleness at knitting.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I like
'Cause
that
if she's
sweater.
a terrible knitter and you can like see
Ooh.
It's like, I like your sexy shirt, but I can't have you wearing that in public.
Is that
Like, you're
sexy?
Sexy if you can see like through the yarn, see some nippo.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I've never
see your hungry nippos.
That only happens
Whoa.
in like sitcoms. I don't think it happens in real life.
You don't do it.
Ask to borrow.
do it.
Ask to borrow her stuff and then lose it.
No, because she worked hard on that. Don't be a guy. No, that's no.
No, don't take Travis's path of least thought. You should like just keep it to yourself, dude. It doesn't matter. Trust me. There's no situation in which your distaste for her clothing is going to be like harder to handle than just her scorn, just her deep
I have it.
resentment
okay.
and scorn.
I got it.
Oh, good.
No, I figured it
No,
out.
really
Great.
good this time, right? It's not gonna
Yep.
be. Is it burn it? Because that's not gonna
Nope.
fly with
Nope.
me. Okay.
No, this is a good one. Encourage her to sell her creations.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Then she can't wear them because she's got to sell
From
them.
downtown.
Travis.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing money? You're gonna stay in that, or we won't be able to make a living off of it. Take that off right now and never wear it again. Sell it, eBay it.
Do you think Etsy actually got started when some husband was like, "Dude, that scarf? Are you serious?
can't wear
Let's go ahead and give that one to internet and."
Yeah, now you get money, man. Travis, I'm sorry for doubting you. That's a slam dunk. You should tell her to sell it, but sell that one. Like you have to say, like this one is very special. I think you should sell it.
You've already
right now.
worn it. You've filled it with your memories. Now let's go ahead and give it to the world.
Let's sell your memories on Etsy.
Ask her to knit me something. I've only had knit things for me one time. I only had one knit thing. Somebody knit me a Peepum's Nasty Gum toboggan.
I would just want a Peepum's Nasty Gum koozie.
Yeah, to keep your Peepum's Nasty Gum warm.
I want a nasty gum holster, a knitted nasty gum holster. I can just. That's Slick Rick. He's the slickest nasty gum dealer in the West. You look at him wrong, he'll throw 2 pieces of nasty
I
gum.
feel
in your
like
mouth.
I'm worried because we obviously had a lot of nasty gum in our youth because we had grandparents that handed out nasty gum, but I'm worried that not everybody got to experience the nasty gum phenomenon.
I'm pretty sure this is a universal thing.
Is it? It's like for those who didn't receive nasty gum from their parents or their grandparents, it's like the gum that comes in like Topps baseball cards packages. It's just crumbly ass, terrible nasty gum.
Yeah, you take a bite out of it and it shatters and
I
disintegrates
kind
into
of feel
a
like
billion
nasty
pieces.
gum communicates the whole experience.
You
Like it's
think?
nasty gum.
In fact, I
mean,
feel like we're actually siphoning a little bit of magic away from the word.
Yeah, you'll edit this out later, right?
Nah.
Yeah, okay. Is calling someone a nerd considered an insult? I've called my BF a nerd on several occasions, and he thinks I'm downing on him. But come on, his favorite things are video games, Star Wars, and bacon. Please, help a girl out.
I don't have a problem when people call me a nerd or when people call other people a nerd, but when people call themselves a nerd,
Oh yeah, sure.
I get the strongest douche chills.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I feel the same way when people call themselves a jock.
Yeah,
It's like
anybody who just
God, it bugs me.
so forwardly just like picks a label and is like, I am slut. What's up?
Yeah. Or when it's, you know, the one that bothers me?
What?
Regional. I'm an Arkansas girl. What do you want? Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That is so New York.
That's I feel like we've gotten off topic.
Okay, so
You know
as
what
far
else?
as is nerd
When you take your coffee out of the grinder and it's all stuck in there. Ugh.
Yeah. Now we're showing him. You know, if he considers it an insult, I guess that's the. I mean, like if you know that and you keep saying it, then yeah, I think you're participating in this. I don't think you can claim ignorance.
I
wrong.
can't formulate a sentence in which calling someone a nerd is a compliment. Like, you're such a great nerd.
Yeah, even when you say it with like the best intentions, you're still being a little condescending, I think.
Yeah, you're labeling someone, and that's never
You're saying
good.
you're basically saying the things you care about are not significant or important to the larger tapestry that is our world.
My advice to your boyfriend: next time Elisa says you're a nerd, look her dead in the eye and say, "I prefer to think of myself as otaku, and then wait for her to leave you. You'll never have that. You'll never have that problem again.
Oh,
Solved.
I'm literally
Solved.
shivering right now.
I know. I am otaku. I prefer.
That would be awesome. I wish we.
that
Hey,
would be rad.
I don't know who your boyfriend is, but I wish we could give him advice instead of you, because we would tell him to just like double his nerdiness quotient.
Double down. Make your kids smoke and double down.
Just
on
double down and like start listening to nothing,
Eating double
nothing
down.
but J-pop. Like just listen to the weirdest Japanese pop you can find. Do a little cosplay. Get really into steampunk.
Did I miss something? Since when is bacon nerdy?
I think bacon's nerdy.
I think we've been. I think
Bacon is
we
nerdy?
adopted
Yeah,
it, I
bacon.
think.
Bacon went round the
Yeah?
bend. Yeah. Sorry. I mean,
Oh,
you can still be on bacon. Like you can still
yeah.
like bacon. What do we have time for? Got another Yahoo on the docket?
Yeah, sure. This one was sent in by Cal. Thank you, Cal. It's by Yahoo Answers user the Christ Puncher.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
The Christ Puncher asks, "What is a good, quick way to make money from my dog? My dog is expensive.
Uh-huh.
Usually we just feed her table scraps, bits of hamburger, onion rings, fries, extra ketchup packets, etc.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
but things are getting tight financially around my house, and we need every family member to pull their own weight when it comes to expenses, even food. My dog is purebred and not fixed. I was wondering how much I could make from a litter of puppies and how long they take to gestate. If this isn't a good idea, some suggestions on other ways for my dog to start earning money would be appreciated."
I think you should just make him find his own ketchup packets, right?
How fucking tight is it getting when you can't give your dog table scraps anymore?
You just don't have them. You
Yeah.
you give your toddler a bone to gnaw on. Hey, get the.
I am
get the
eating every
gelatin out of
onion
here.
ring.
I'm eating all of these.
I mean, the quickest, easiest option, I guess, would be to turn him into a celebra dog, right? Like get him in some
sure, yeah.
features. I hear that George Lopez has started casting for Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2. Justin, give me a subtitle for that movie right
Were you
now.
not aware that that movie already exists?
Does it really?
Yeah, I shit you not.
I don't think it's true. To the Google. Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's out. It's out on Blu-ray.
So you could get your get your dog in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3.
Can we stop the show?
Trace perros.
Oh, Ernie Hudson was in that film. Good.
Oh, good. Like Ernie Hudson didn't have enough to deal with on a day-to-day
Cool.
basis.
Ernie
We're gonna put
Hudson,
him in Beverly Hills.
Ernie Hudson and Olivia Newton-John?
That's a tour de force.
Fuck.
Were you out in theaters, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2? Did G-Lo make time for that one?
Oh, man.
Tell me.
French Stewart was in the mix.
Oh, French Stewart makes me so sad. Not funny.
Open your
anymore.
eyes, French Stewart. See where your life is headed.
Stop squinting, stupid. You're running into oblivion. Open your eyes. Your agent is a fax machine. Get out there. Stop squinting, you bastard. Oh, stupid French Stewart. I miss that guy, though. He probably is a listener. Don't you think?
Dear my
He's
brother,
like,
my brother and me.
I tried to cry when you said those mean things, but I can't because I'm always squinting. Love French Stewart. I want to go make Inspector Gadget for French Stewart.
Oh.
Bitch.
If I ever see him, I'm going to punch the squint right out of his stupid face.
Oh, God.
This coffee is strong. It is. I'm wired now. I'll punch French Stewart in the face. Tell me if George Lopez was in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 or not.
Oh, fuck yeah. Of course he was.
What? Did this come in theaters?
In fact, I don't think that... I'm almost certain it didn't. I don't think that George Lopez, like, arranged it in any way. I think he probably just did one of the voices, but I like to imagine him as the puppet master.
No. I like to imagine that they just record him saying things in his day-to-day life and work it into a film.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And French Stewart's like, no, I can work with this. This is good. Yeah, I'll pass the salt, George. Like, it's God, man, I do hate French Stewart. He depresses me though because he was so good And if you looked at French Stewart and Joseph Gordon-Levitt on Third Rock and said which one of these two is going places, I wouldn't have guessed Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But there he is, making it big, making it huge. He incepted the hell out of that movie.
Oh,
I
God.
seriously, like, my fucking
Chihuahua.
drive to do the show anymore is totally gone. Like, when you guys were talking for the past couple of minutes, I was just reading this IMDb page.
For French Stewart? Or for Chihuahua Dose?
For Bev 2.
Bev 2. Is there any ratings? Are there any user reviews? Can we advise people on whether or not they should see Chihuahua 2?
It's actually not out yet.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's got a release date of February 6th.
I'll be there.
But it says
I'll be there.
Oh, God.
It says France on the page.
No, French. That's a common French Stewart. It's a common misconception.
None of this is usable.
No, this is usable material. What? For the show?
Yes.
Or for life.
French Stewart,
I
you're
think
not
we can
usable
all
for
learn
life.
something from French
That's
Stewart.
probably what director Alex Zam said when he went over the final cut of Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2.
French, the Samster. Listen, we gotta get these contracts inked. I want you as Squinty the Squinting. I want you as Squinty the Seeing Eye Dog. They'll be rolling in the aisles. Did you say rolling? They'll be rolling in the aisles, French. It'll be a laughter unlike you've heard for years.
Or scene.
Not since IG2. Not since Inspector Gadget 2. Well, you have heard that laugh.
Now, I'm not the only one with French Stewart's IMDb page open right now, I think.
Are you kidding? I know that from heart. I know French Stewart's history. Third Rock, IG2, Chihuahua, Dose. I know his whole thing.
Unemployment, 6 months.
Unemployment. Considering suicide, last 3 years.
Well, it actually says all of this on his IMDb page, too, which is weird.
It's on the, well, he updates it himself. What the fuck else is he gonna do? He has this keyboard with the giant keys on it because he can't see that well. Obviously, he's squinting all the time. Where's the G?
I've turned the corner. I feel bad now.
I feel bad for French Stewart now. I'm gonna next week all pro French Stewart material. It's guaranteed. So I want to hear Griffin's.
We haven't not answered a question as hard as we didn't answer that question, I think, in the history of the show.
It's the hardest non-answer that we've ever given. Let's do one more real one before we get out of here.
Okay.
I finally convinced a friend to join the MBMBAM Nation, so this question is for her benefit. She recently moved from NYC to Ohio and is now being inundated with wang pics from guys that get her number now and from several internet friends. She's shy and swears she is not soliciting them in any way. What can she do? T-Rex. Wait.
What?
I don't understand this question.
Excuse me?
She moved from New York to Ohio, and somewhere in that
She passed some cell phone tower.
there is some tower that relayed her phone number to wang mailers everywhere.
Yeah, to this shadowy organization.
And what I love is this is not one or two wang pics. She's being inundated with wang pics. Just
flooded with
constant
an
stream.
embarrassment of dick shots.
I'm rolling in it. She could jump like Scrooge McDuck into her big mountain of wang pictures. I don't know. I'm not familiar with enough cell phone technology to understand how this could happen to somebody. I guess she could always get her. She could disable picture messages. Is that a possibility?
No, we need to go deeper in this because I understand like sending the wrong signals to one, maybe two guys. What is she doing?
What if someone, an ex-boyfriend that she left high and dry in New York, wrote on a wall like,
Oh, that has to be it. It has to be.
need your
iHeartWangpics.com.
yeah, I need your dick pics. Send them to me.
Yeah. And when you need something,
Trey-
it's a responsibility. I think there's a lot of things you can do with this, but my solution is you take those dick pics and you forward them to other people who are sending you dick pics. You just like someone sends you a picture of a dick and you send them back a picture of somebody else's dick.
No. You send them 50 pictures of their dick.
Oh, I love
you're
it.
gonna make your kids smoke and give them 50 pictures of dicks. Hey, do you like dick pics so much? Let me give you some in return. Or every time someone sends you a dick picture, just text back, I sent that to your mom. They won't know what hit them. Or maybe she doesn't. Maybe since your friend's a girl, she probably loves it. Because what girl wouldn't love that, right?
Pictures of
It's like
pictures of wieners.
She's just pictures of wieners every day. That's what girls crave, right? Like that.
No, it's the crazy crunch that girls crave. I totally agree with you there.
She can't. It's like a water faucet. She can't shut off. But why would she want to?
Yeah.
Because the water is dick pics.
Because it's wangs.
You just won't wash your hands with dick pics.
Yeah, I feel like we've given you several action items ranging from possible to whimsical. So
I don't know. I feel like creating a vault of dick pictures and swimming around it. I feel like we hit a high point there.
Oh, tell her to release a book.
things my wang says.
Mm-hmm.
Do a blog. Do a Tumblr
Chicken
blog.
soup for the wang pixel.
Eat, pray, wang.
Pray wang. This is my novelty book. It's a gift book. Eat, pray, wang. $18 at Borders. They're only 60 pages.
The girl with the dragon wang.
Why don't you make I think a blog. Make a Tumblr blog, and then just as soon as they send you the dick pic, you send them back the URL of the blog where you just put the dick pic up.
Yep.
He'll never see that coming. I want to hear Griffin's last question, but first, couple real quick housekeeping things. mbmbam.com is your source, is your one-stop shop, your dick pic faucet, as it were, of MBMBAM information. You can go there to send us questions. Our email address is there. We've got an automatic form where you can send in stuff. The Magic 8 Ball may be carrying over with us to the new Max Fun site. It may not be, so you might want to get your clicks in today. You will, at some point in the near future, notice that it has switched over to Max Fun. But everything you love will still be there, and we're going to try to do more posts there on the MBMBAM blog. More stuff from us, just randomness.
You'll definitely be able to find the download link for the My Brother and Me mixtape up on there. We'll try and get that out right around the show time release.
Showtime release, yes. Also, go to the forums, MaximumFun.org, click on forums, and go there and talk about this episode, say how much you loved it, and tell...
While you're there, check out all their other wonderful podcasts.
Oh my God, get down on them.
Whoa, that was a very emphatic endorsement.
Just stop our podcast right now.
Yeah. Just stop podcasting us and stop podcasting yourself, I guess. See, I turned that around.
I heard it. It's good.
It was good, right? Not too much. But yeah, thank you guys so much. The response from you new Max Fun folks has been absolutely delightful and positive, and we really appreciate it. If you get a chance this week, if you heard something funny on the show, you want to tweet about it with the MBMBAM hashtag. We love that. I have a search that is open an embarrassing amount of time that I am constantly monitoring, and I always appreciate those. And it's a good way to get people interested.
I would like to throw out French Stewart, if you are listening.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's so sorry. Big fans, just big fans.
Huge fans. Who was out there this Win myself, WYNNE myself, out there. He just listened to his first episode. He started at E1. Meg Balls out
Shouldn't
there.
have done that.
Good word. Shouldn't start at 1. But
start at the top and work back, and stop at like maybe 6.
But yeah, this is a lot of fun, guys, and thank you to you two, as always, for doing the show with me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's
Hey,
the least I could
Griffin,
do.
give me one to grow on.
Sure. Our last Yahoo question of the day is not actually a Yahoo question, but a news item from the Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 IMDb page. It reads, "You wanted it, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 sneak peek. Hitting DVD and Blu-ray on February 1st, 2011 comes Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2, the sequel to your favorite film of 2008. Was it? You asked for more and you got it, and I have a 4-minute and 49-second sneak peek for you directly below, but be careful. February is 2 months out. Maybe only watch this one in 1-minute intervals so you don't burst from anticipation." Who's in this one? Well, they were able to get George Lopez back to voice the lead Chihuahua Poppy. The same can't be said for Drew Barrymore as the voice of Chloe, but they got the next best thing, Odette Yustman of You Again fame. Also starring...
What next best thing?
Also starring our Zachary Gordon, Christine Lakin, and IMDb even has Ernie Hudson of Ghostbusters fame as part of the cast. Perhaps he saw it as an opportunity to do a little press and try and stir up more buzz for that much ballyhooed Ghostbusters 3 feature.
No one was talking about Ghostbusters 3, but now that Ernie Hudson was in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 on DVD, I really feel like we got some fucking heat. Like, we're finally heating up. Hi, this is Bill Murray. Did I hear right? Ernie Hudson is in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2? Direct
Sign me up.
It's got heat now.
I
want that Hudson heat.
I'll do an actual Yahoo answer. This one was sent in by Cal. Thank you, Cal. It's by Yahoo Answers user Ronnie, the MLK of GWS.
Oh.
He asks, why is it illegal to steal someone's horse or a parakeet, but it's perfectly legal to steal someone's girlfriend?
I'm Ernie Hudson.
I'm French Stewart.
I'm also French Stewart.
This is when my brother and me kiss your dad's skull there on the lips.
Keep your heart, 3 stacks.
The McElroy brothers are not they are for listening. What's up, you cool babe?
Almost famous. I remember laughing. It was just one Monday ago when I listened to my brother and me. But the sun... Does anybody remember Laughter? That's one of my favorite lines for the hit movie, Almost Famous. I remember laughing. It was just one Monday ago when I listened to my brother and me. But the sun has gone around the earth 7 times.
Is that it?
That's how it goes. And we're back for another episode of Jokes and Chorkles and Jucks and Chorks
and Mighty Ducks.
And I'm Mighty Ducks. Quack. This is my brother and me. It's an advice show for the modern era. I am Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
So our show is that you ask us things, and then we take those things, and we make you sound smarter by giving you the answers to all your problems. So let's get right into the answers to the problems. I get ultra nervous around famous people. How can I work through my fear and build up enough courage to talk to Felicia Day or Bruce Campbell at the Chicago Comic-Con this year? That's from Chaz Monroe.
The easy answer is you don't.
Don't do that. What do they need with you?
Because what do you have to say to people like them?
Do you have
Their
something
lives
cool
are
to
so
say?
much cooler than yours.
Well, the thing is it's win-win though. Like, what are you going to say to them where Bruce Campbell's going to make the decision like not to hang out with you anymore? Like,
Yeah.
what have you got to lose? Like,
Travis is really the one to be answering this question, because we usually, if we see a celebrity or something, what we do is we tell Travis to go talk to.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, he's our envoy to the stars.
Well, the nice thing is you can walk up to Bruce Campbell and be like, "Hey, Bruce, shove it," and then walk away. He has no idea who you are. Like, you have neither.
Yeah, because they don't
nor
have
lost
feelings.
anything. Well, but like if you walk up and you say like the nicest compliment you could possibly construct, or like the meanest insult, like
Didn't you give Bruce?
Your stock doesn't go down in Bruce Campbell's eyes.
That's true. Like, you got, it's all this conundrum is all in your head. Like, if you say to yourself like, screw it, I'm just going to be normal and polite. That's the number one thing. Just don't. What you don't want is for them to walk away thinking, man, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
What a weird guy. Now, speaking of this, Travis, did you or did you not once give Bruce Campbell a cookie? Is that accurate?
I did give him a cookie because he was talking about how everybody was giving him like hand-drawn pictures of Ash and like action figures that they had made in their basement, working on it for several weeks. And
Ash
I was
Ketchum?
like, yes, of Ash Ketchum. And I was like, well, do you want a cookie? I didn't make it, but you can have it. And he was like, that's the greatest thing anyone's ever given me. So anyone who sees Bruce Campbell at Comic-Con, give him a cookie. Dude loves
down,
cookies.
man.
I guarantee he did not eat that cookie.
He did not. Hey, Darlene, throw this in the poison box for me.
It's
And
it's
have him
chocolate
arrested.
chip and pills.
I cried into it just a little.
Just
Enjoy.
remember, when it comes to talking to famous people, really your only goal should be that for years to come, you can tell your friends how you talk to Bruce Campbell. Like,
Yeah, it's not going to matter much to Bruce Campbell ultimately.
like if you expect them to look at you and go, "Man, that was a really witty thing you just said. Let's be best
You seem like
friends."
somebody I could be best friends with.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's the thing. You got to be realistic about what the interaction's going to be, because it's not. They're not going to walk away thinking like, "Man, I wish I had more time to chill with that dude." It's just not how people's brains are wired. You know, you just try to make the best impression possible and be confident. That's the number one thing.
Although I bet the only thing Bruce Campbell hates more than when people come up to him and are super like skin peelingly awkward are the people who are like think they can hang on the same level as Bruce Campbell, or even worse, are cooler than Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, you're not that.
You want to be reasonably complimentary. You want to be like, "I love your work. You know, keep up the good stuff. See you later." That's it. Like that's all you need to do.
I do want to make a note about Felicia Day. That is a different situation. Just don't do that.
Yeah, don't talk to her.
Just don't talk to her. She gets that all the time. Let it go. But Dr. Bruce Campbell, he seems all right.
Yeah, he's
Felicia
a cool
Day,
dude.
from everything I've heard, is very nice. I haven't spoken with her.
Oh, I'm sure she's very nice, but the odds are you're going to walk up and no matter what wonderful compliment you have formulated in your head, it's going to come out like this. Hey,
Yeah, you're just gonna start expectorating wildly.
He's a red head. It's nice.
Pants like your Joe. I recently moved to a new city to be with my girlfriend. Mistake?
Yeah.
That's right. There's like in parentheses, it just said, mistake? Yes. At first it was difficult, but wonder who could have told you that. Could have been our first episode.
Yep.
At first it was difficult, but now things are going well, and I've recently been hired on to do my dream job. However, the most important thing in my life, by which I mean my motivation, is this girl. She recently informed me that she's moving to a city an hour and a half away, and said so nonchalantly, as if it had not been a consideration in the decision-making process. Is she packing her bags and moving away?
Oh.
Love this guy.
Dude,
Whoa.
she's giving you the Carmen Sandiego slip. She goes from Nashville to Norway.
Hey, Ricky, where's Tracy? I don't know. I have to go buy an atlas.
Hello,
Listen,
gumshoes.
Let me
Where's
ask
your
you,
girlfriend?
how familiar are you with country flags? Because I need someone who can identify them to find my girlfriend. Hey, first off, that's some cold shit. I
Yeah.
just want to tell you that she did to you, that she's doing to you. So you moved to Nowheresville, Indiana, and she says, "I'm moving an hour and a half away." Is that the way this shakes out? Really? I've got to
It
tell
is-
you, dude, honestly, I love you because you listen to our show, and I know that you love this girl. That doesn't sound like the actions of somebody who cares enough about you.
No, especially to drop it. Like, it's one thing to be like, "Listen, I've had this opportunity come up. I can't turn it down." But to just be like, "Oh, P.S. I'm moving. Peace." Like,
BT dubs.
yeah, that's not
Right.
something
The
someone
nonchalantly
does.
is what really bothers me. I mean, maybe she's, I do that. I think everybody does that, where you feel really bad about something, so you're like, it's not a big deal. It's not
Yeah.
an effective defense mechanism in
No.
the slightest. But I've done it before.
I mean, 90 minutes isn't too bad. It's
No.
not like, as far as long distance relationships goes, it's not too bad. But
But
I don't know,
presumably
if
she's
you-
the only
if-
one he knows there.
Yeah. And also, he moved to a city to be with her, and then she
Yeah.
moved out. Like, if they were in the same city to begin with, and then she moved an hour and a half away, no problem. But to him to relocate himself, and then she moves away, here's a little tough love. You might want to take a step back from the situation and kind of take stock of the relationship, because you might be a little too close to it, and it might not be going as well as you think.
Hi, we got another email here. I keep moving away from my boyfriend. When is he gonna? And then he moves to where I am. When is he gonna get at the hint? Love,
Yeah.
Lost in Las Vegas.
I say you just got hired to your dream job. It's time to make a new home an hour and a half away from your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. You need some time for you. You really do. You need to take some time and see where it goes. Don't follow her again.
Nope.
If you want to like cool things off and see if it's still working out in a few months, cool. But you just got a good job, and you really the fact that she would do that without really thinking about you that much, it's worrisome. Let's put it that way. It's worrisome. So I agree with Travis. Take stock.
Just bury yourself in your work, because really work is the best girlfriend that a guy could ask for.
Yep. Always
I have
agree.
13 goddamn Yahoo answer questions.
Let's just do them back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's kill ourselves.
I think it'd be good to start out with this one. It was sent in by Randy May. Thank you, Randy May. It's by Yahoo Answers user Sarah, who asks, why do I sleepwalk to the toilet, sit there, and cry? Ever since I was a child, I would sleepwalk to the bathroom and just sit on the toilet, not going to the bathroom, and cry. The thing is, I'm usually conscious of it. So am I sleepwalking? Why am I doing this?
Hey, no, you're like really depressed.
You're like, you've been super depressed your whole life.
Your whole life. And this thing you're doing is the most depressing thing I've ever heard of. So it's like a cyclical. You're making yourself more depressed. You're not sleepwalking. You can't sleep.
You're conscious.
You're conscious. Sometimes I sleepwalk, but I didn't lay down to go to sleep. But I did this really super depressing thing.
Everybody in the answer section agrees that this is just stone cold depression.
Can I just say right now, if you post a question on Yahoo Answers and everyone in the answers is like,
hey, dude.
If everyone on Yahoo Answers is aware you have a problem, oh, bad news. If there's not one person in the answers who's like, no, there's completely normal, then you've broken Yahoo Answers and it's time to stop.
Because there's some fucked up things that people will endorse on Yahoo Answers. It'll get raw in there.
Yahoo Answers user Jeremy responded, it's probably hard gas and depression.
Wait, hard gas?
No combination. Oh,
Sounds
no.
bad. Thanks for coming into my office today, Fred. I've been listening to your stomach. Sounds like you got hard gas. That's where it crystallizes. We're going to get some little miners in there and really get that out for you. Hard gas is the hardest thing to deal with that you can have. It's harder than diamonds. Hard gas. What's wrong with you, Yahoo Answers? So she goes to sleep and she says, I need a walk. I'm going to go to the toilet and sit on it and cry.
But she's not asleep is the thing.
The thing is she's not asleep. That's not sleepwalking.
She's just unconsciously, she's just like, you do that from time to time. You time travel. You're like, oh, why am I doing this? Like, why am I sitting on my porch? I'm not even wearing pants. What's going on?
Maybe
Yeah,
you
I've been
went to
there.
like the worst hypnotist show ever.
Every
That's
time
possible.
you see Jay Leno's face, you will stand up from your bed, you will walk to your toilet, and you will cry.
To be fair, I do that every time I see Jay Leno's face too.
Hey, whenever I call a pizza place, the first thing they say is, how can I help you? I've got in the habit of saying, I'd like a pizza. But I'm beginning to think that sounds a little patronizing. Of course I'm ordering a pizza. When I call a restaurant with pizza in its name, what's the proper etiquette here? How do I get through the pizza ordering process quickly and without seeming rude? Thanks, Caro.
I like this one a lot.
Travis, is it Caro or did you just paste it improperly?
No, it's Caro.
Okay, Caro. Not Carol.
No.
I like that. This is, that's better than my usual, which is I say, any pies today?
I just yell, zombie, brah.
Zombie, brah.
What's the za situation over there?
I like this a lot. I think that when you call any sort of food business, you should explain as explicitly as possible the steps, the processes that brought you to this phone call. Like, hi, Papa John's. This is Griffin. I understand that you have pizza. I'm in need of pizza. I am calling your particular location because it's close to my apartment, and also I've heard great things about your garlic dipping sauce. So, can we just begin the exchange right now, or do you have any questions for me? I shouldn't be so presumptuous.
What are the possibilities that you could bring me a pizza? Do I need to come get the pizza? What is the pizza situation at your location?
I don't want a pizza. What I'd like is a round crust with sauce, cheese, and toppings melted on top of it. Can you do that for me? Is that a possibility? Hey, I gotta tell you, this guy's working at the pizza place. There is not like you being expedient and efficient in your order is the least rude thing you could do.
Yeah.
Like the last thing he wants to do is listen to you prattle on about and him and haw about, how what do you gonna say? Your pizza's great. I don't make it. I work at a chain.
What I like to do is when they ask, how can I help you? I pretend like I've called OnStar and I've been in an accident.
That's good. That's an efficient way of getting pizza. That's not going to be
Travis is
awkward.
bad at getting pizza.
So bad, but really great at getting out of cars.
This is a total non sequitur, but I came across this incredible thing on the internet that people have started doing, where they write whenever you order pizzas online, there's like a special field where you can write in like special requests, and people have started asking like, draw a wizard on the box. And like sometimes you'll get somebody awesome who will in fact draw a wizard on the pizza box. So I wholly encourage people to start doing that.
Do you think if you said, "Can you make me a happy face out of pepperonis?"
Yes, I think they could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else? Emailer Caro. I have completely stopped using the phone for my pizza order. I mean, maybe if you're calling like, the local pizza joint, then this would be a different situation. But like Papa John's and Dominios, they will. You just do that online. Do that on your computer. Dominios has a tracking system that tells you who made your pizza and who is putting it in the oven. And
Yeah, like what stage of its life cycle it's currently at.
I wish it went further. Actually, I wish it was like in your small intestines.
Or into the past, like Justin is thinking about ordering a pizza.
Whoa!
Justin has a deep, deep pizza hunger.
Whoa! That's your intro. Hi, my name is Philip. My pizza hunger is deep. I have a deep, rich pizza hunger. I got a vein of pizza need in me that goes way down.
Do you guys sell pizza? Because you're called Pizza Hut, but I don't. There's still a little confusion there. It's nebulous.
It's nebulous on your pizza. So I guess what we've settled on is zombie, bro. I think that's still the best. Griffin, hit me. We need another one.
Good, because I got them.
I know. You know you got them.
How about this? It was sent in by Emily Terrible. Thank you, Emily Terrible. It's by Yahoo Answers user Drake H, who asks, need some good drug awareness slogans. 10 points. Oh, I should explain. Yahoo Answers has this form of currency that I don't think I've ever discussed, but it's highly upsetting. I think like you can give people points for answering your questions. I don't know do you spend those points on like koosh balls? I don't know. I'll never know. Anyway, just need some good drug awareness slogans. It'll be better if they rhyme. 10 points to the best one. That probably means the one with the most or the one with a really, really good one. Thanks, guys. The best answer is by Yahoo Answers user A7X Rules, who says, for inhalants, you could get a picture of the big bad wolf huffing something and write, he huffed and puffed, and then a picture of a grave, and underneath that write, and he blew himself in.
What?
Or there's a whole website dedicated to it. Just say no. I'm too good for drugs. Drug-free is the way to be. Don't choose the booze. If you choose the booze, you lose. What's your anti-drug? Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. Shoot up for the stars, not your arms. Smoking the dope won't help you cope. Up with hope. Down with dope. If you don't know Jack, you won't smoke crack. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Drugs are retarded, so don't get started. Say not to pot. PCP bad for me.
Whoa. Say not to pot?
Hey, man, do you want some pot?
Not.
No. It's like Wayne's World throwback. Hey, I'd love some pot. Not.
PCP bad for me. I love that one because sometimes like I have a big PCP rock, a big vial of PCP,
A big
juice.
sack of PCP.
Big strip of PCP.
I have
Pringles
a container
can full of PCP.
I have a container with PCP in its appropriate form and the appropriate amount to get me fucked up. And I think, should it, do it? But But then PCP bad for me just runs through my mind, and I fly away. Kiss meth mouth goodbye. Hugs, not drugs. I'm above the influence. Pot makes your brain rot, so let's not.